Lots of questions and suspicions on day 128 of the coronavirus crisis. Did it come from that infamous Wuhan Institute of Virology? And if so, how will we find out? Chris Costa is the executive director of the International Spy Museum. Before that, he was the special assistant to the president and senior director for counterterrorism on the National Security Council. Mr. Costa, it's good to have you with us tonight.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Fauci said again today in an interview with National Geographic there's no indication at all that the virus came from that lab in Wuhan. Our intel has said the same. The Secretary of State has said there is enormous evidence. He has offered up none, however. I'm wondering whether you think we'll ever know.
So, first of all, I should say that this is a significant priority for the United States intelligence community. Science can prove, for example, that the virus was not man-made, that it was not manufactured, but we might never know definitively how the virus was spread. We might not know. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, how will we find out? How will we try and find out? What sorts of intelligence methods will we use?
Yeah, so the methods that we'll use are, first, the least intrusive would be open source intelligence. What can we glean from the media? What can we glean from non-sensitive sources? Secondly, more sensitive, clandestine sources. Do we have agents on the ground? Agents that might be able to access suspect labs, might have access to the emails, might have access to the workplace itself. So that's what we would be looking for. Now, if we, the United States intelligence community, don't have those sources on the ground, we have intelligence partners that might have those sources on the ground, and they will share that intelligence with the United States. So that's human intelligence. And thirdly, we have signals intelligence, of course, where we are able to understand what the Chinese are talking about globally. So we have SIGINT, open source intelligence, and we have clandestine human. But a key point I would make is this is an investigation, right? This is an analytical problem, but it's an investigation that the Chinese are not participating in. The government does not, the Chinese government does not want us to have all the truth, or they would be fully participating, not just with the United States, but with the world community.
What's the likelihood that they would have already attempted to cover it up?
Well, I think we're seeing evidence of that. So there is lots of media reporting that the Chinese are in the middle of an active disinformation campaign. And I think that's really important. There's an embarrassment factor, and they want to minimize the impact, the global impact to China's image itself. So it is very likely that they're in the process of covering it up. And it's up to the intelligence community, the collection that I've outlined, to collect, and then the analysts to assess and judge whether it came from a lab or whether it started, as I said, in a marketplace. But we might never know definitively.